It's not your age. It's not your looks. It's one deadly mistake that ruins your chances before you even begin, and 99% of older men don't even realize they're doing it. Ausland, when used with confidence, becomes a form of magnetism. It's a language of power. A silent, composed older man who listens more than he speaks sends an unmistakable message. I don't need to prove myself. I am. That energy is irresistible, not because of what's said, but because of what's held back. And here's the real twist: when you stop chasing approval and lean into your presence, you shift the frame. You're no longer the one trying to be liked. You become the one being chosen. That's how calm power works. It doesn't chase. It attracts. Let's break that down even further. The middle, the mindset shift. Here's where most men get it wrong. They assume that being older means they need to entertain a younger woman. But entertainment isn't intimacy. Constant jokes, flashy gestures, or trying too hard to be relatable often backfires. Because what she's really looking for isn't performance, it's a presence on a rock, a lighthouse, a calm in the storm. Younger women are often surrounded by chaos, social media noise, shallow conversations, emotional turbulence. When she meets a man who doesn't get pulled into that storm, who remains centered, self-assured, and unshaken, she notices. Not consciously, maybe, but she feels it. And feelings, gentlemen, are what drive attraction, not logic. Now here's where it gets really interesting. The less you try to manage her perception of you, the more authenticity you show. That means embracing your age, your wisdom, your boundaries. Stop trying to keep up. Stop adapting your standards to match hers. Start setting the tone. Ask yourself, am I showing up as a man she can respect, or as a man trying not to be rejected? Because we all need one right about now. Have you ever seen a lion explain to the jungle why he's the king? No, he just is, and everyone else behaves accordingly. Let's move to the second biggest problem, and how it ties into the first. When older men sense disinterest or disconnection, they panic and they overcorrect. They double down on giving. More compliments, more gifts, more attention. And that leads to emotional leakage, oversharing, over-pursuing, over-explaining. But instead of drawing her closer, it pushes her away. Why? Because overgiving signals lack. It says, I don't believe I'm enough unless I offer more. That message, spoken or not, is felt. And that feeling quietly erodes respect. Attraction isn't built on convincing, it's built on certainty. And nothing communicates certainty like boundaries. Don't be afraid to say no. Don't be afraid to walk away when energy is off. That's not cold. That's controlled. And control is compelling. The transformation and the final point. Now let me tell you a story. A man in his late 40s, wealthy, fit, well-traveled. He kept wondering why his relationships with younger women fizzled out. He did everything right, planned luxury dates, thoughtful messages, full attention. But what he never did was hold mystery. He explained every emotion, over-clarified every action. He was dependable but not desirable. That's when he made a simple shift. He stopped chasing connection and started embodying direction. And everything changed. Because here's the truth. Younger women don't want you to entertain them. They want you to inspire them. With your stillness, your standards, your ability to say less and lead more. That doesn't mean becoming distant. It means becoming decisive. That one shift, embodying silent leadership, changed how he dated forever. And this brings us to your last, most important point. One that 90% of men will never understand. She doesn't fall for what you say. She falls for how she feels around your silence. Not the awkward, unsure silence, but the grounded, confident pause. The kind that holds space. The kind that invites her in instead of chasing her down. When you learn to master that, you no longer compete for attention. You become the attention. This is the silent game, and it wins. Not through force, but through magnetic restraint. Last message. If you've made it this far, then you're not like most men. You're serious about growth, about transformation, about becoming the kind of man who leads in life, in love, and in wealth. Let's build something powerful, silently. See you in the next one.